I'm Brad O'Donnell. I'm the Activities and Community Ed Director at St. Clair High School, and this year I'm receiving the Class A Paul Kruger AD of the Year Award. I was always kind of the tag-along with my older brothers, but in general terms it was a great experience and ultimately got me into the activities as I moved on to elementary, junior high, and senior high. My senior high, junior high was in Glencoe, Minnesota. I played football, baseball, soccer, basketball, pretty much anything at the junior high level. During my 9th grade year, I had my first knee operation in my right knee, then I had one every year after that. So I pretty much was down to basketball as my favorite sport, so I stayed with that. Then I had to get involved in other things because I was not somebody that just wanted to sit around, so I got into the choir and the drama program and the musicals, and it was just a good experience overall that I was able to see both sides of the spectrum. I went to Minnesota State Mankato. Initially it was close to home. You know, I could still go home if I need to. My girlfriend was still there, which is now my wife. I got into physical education, adaptive PE and coaching, which is ultimately giving back to the programs that gave me so much experience. It was that or being a paramedic. I always had the dream to be a paramedic and be in a helicopter and doing that stuff. Then ultimately, as I got closer to the end of my high school years, education seemed to be a much more interesting and something that I just had a passion for, to work with kids. And ultimately, then I got into the administrative world. For 30 years I've been doing this. I enjoy it. There's always days that are more challenging, but for the most part, it's always nice to see kids have an opportunity. Well, I think my passion's always been working with coaches and trying to help them get better. A coach came to me about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and asked if we could do a Coaches versus Cancer event, which we did. It was a small event, which has now become a huge event in our community. We're normally in the top 5 in the upper Midwest. I mean, there's a lot of great ADs that I work with that are just as able to be able to get this award. It's been great to work with a lot of the great ADs in our area, and also the ones that have mentored me up in the state throughout and nationally. So it was, you feel good, you feel great about it, but ultimately this award is more for everybody else that helped make our program successful and helped me grow as an administrator. Well, the MnIAAA has been a fantastic organization that has helped us dramatically as ADs and have grown, each year. The administrative staff, the executive committee, I've been fortunate to be part of some of that and working with them on a year-by-year basis. And I think, ultimately, it's a program that has helped keep all of our ADs in the we know what's going on. We try to get the information out and I think they have helped me at least stay organized and be able to keep the things forward and hopefully moving forward with all of our activities, not just athletics, but our fine arts and everything else. Yeah, also with the MnIAAA, I've been able to do LTC courses, which is national courses, and it's great to work with young ADs, coach ADs that want to learn and get better in their profession. I'm a vice chair of LTC 714, which is Challenging Difficult Personalities, which is also where I got my master's and my specialist degree in. And so, going to the national, working on the national faculty, all those are experiences that you can't take away. I always truly recommend all of our young ADs and anybody that wants to be involved in this activity to be involved in the association or your section or the state or at the national level. And it's been a privilege and an honor to be part of all those programs. Well, I want to first thank the MnIAAA and the section ADs that gave me an opportunity to get this award, receive this award, and ultimately it's so many great ADs that I've been able to work with over the years. And especially I think Dan Johnson, Jamie Sherwood, those guys helped me mentor. They took me as a young AD and from a small school to what was like in the big area, big schools, and they ultimately helped me grow as an AD and be able to learn the things that I needed to be successful. I want to thank our administration, especially Tom, Tim, and Dustin that I've been working with for the last 12 years, and even the administration at Loyola. They've always been very supportive and allowed me opportunities to better myself, better our programs, and try to improve everything that we have for our student athletes and participants. I want to thank my personal assistant, especially Julie Jans here for the last 12 years. Meg and Colleen at Loyola. Those three were rocks. They've always been the ones that have answered the questions for most people. They solve a lot of issues that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, which doesn't even get to my office. And so for their time and dedication, I'm truly grateful for them. And then also at the national level, the MnIAAA and the LTC coordinators, my partner for the LTC 714, Scott Dorsett. It's been great working with him for the last decade and look forward to those years coming forward. My parents, George and Joe, they've been always part of my life. Dad passed away, so he's not going to see this, but ultimately it was a huge factor in my growing up years. My mom was the rock of the family. She more or less made us be organized and be dedicated to what we're going to do, so I really appreciate her. And I want to thank my family. I have 4 girls. They all were part of my life and ultimately were part of activities, and it's been fun to see them grow over the years. And especially my wife, probably the rock of the house, ultimately somebody that's my best friend, greatest supporter. She's able to listen to me for the issues that I might have when I bring home, or she just give me support, that knowing that it's you're going to be fine, you're going to be doing great things down the road. So the 32 years with her, and I hope to have many more years with her. So.